want to thank you for joining us here on Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and SPCA Florida is in the house. And I have Abra. Abra is a little female chihuahua. And her name, no, actually, this is Cadabra. Her little brother is Abra, and they're up for adoption. We're going to find out more about them. But first, I want to introduce you to Melanie Vadzemnieks.
Vadzemnieks.
Yeah, I was close.
You were really close.
Oh, I was, and then I was like, I kind of like what Randa said. Just call her Melanie V.
Melanie V is fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first time in on the show, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm a transplant from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
and
really?
Came down here, started in June at SPCA Florida, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, that is very cool. So I've got Cadabra, the little female. You've got the little boy,
This is
Abra.
Abra.
And they're what, Chihuahuas?
They're Chihuahuas,
Yeah.
Chi-Chis.
Yeah.
Yes, and they are just 6 weeks old. So tonight they are going into foster care, and they'll be in foster care probably 2-3 weeks, and then they'll be available on our site for adoption.
Yeah, here's something that I learned. I don't know that much about Chihuahuas. They're fun, this size, but I didn't realize they shake.
They do. It's very common in Chihuahuas. They get a little nervous, but they're also so friendly and loyal and just a lot of fun.
And the cool thing about them, these were the last two from the Mom's Litter Project. And you guys have a great program where folks can bring in the puppies and they give them up for adoption, and they fix Mom so she can't have any more.
And Dad, if that's possible.
Oh, wow.
So the way the Mom's Last Litter program works is that we try to control the pet population.
Yeah.
And so we do that by encouraging people whose pets have had maybe like an oopsie litter, or they're like, oh, we got to make sure this doesn't keep happening. And so we encourage them to bring Mom and Dad, if they know who the dad is, into SPCA Florida, and we will take care of the spay and neuter of Mom and Dad. And then they take Mom back home, and Mom is still a part of their family, but then they give us the litter and we adopt them out.
That is very cool. So how big do these Chihuahuas get? I mean, I know the name, but I'm more of a black lab guy.
Oh, these are little guys. I think they're less than 20 pounds. A lot of times they're less than 10 pounds.
I think this one's warming up.
Yeah, I think so.
She started to chew on my ear.
Yes.
Not like that last one, man. That last one, I think I had to get my ear pierced.
I think there was some blood involved with that one.
It's merely a flesh wound.
It's all good. Yeah.
So what was the gig? What was the gig before you came to Florida up in Erie?
I worked at the Erie Art Museum.
Yeah.
So I work in development.
Yep.
So I do the fund development for the organization.
Yeah.
And,
so now,
which is so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now the new gig here. What's the job consist of?
I am the director of development at SPCA Florida, and I have a great team. And we are responsible for the events that happen that are our fundraising events, a lot of our donor stewardship, making sure everybody knows just how much we appreciate the gifts that they give to us and the importance of their gifts. So my team does the marketing and development, and so we do the events, the special events that are our big fundraisers. We've got Auction for Animals coming up in November, and then we do a run in the spring, and we do the 7 days of giving with the fire department in the summertime. So we do those events, but then we also do the newsletter and the e-blasts and make sure that people understand what's going on there and how they can be involved. And then we also do a lot of donor stewardship and making sure that our donors understand just how much we appreciate the gifts that they give to us and that they understand the impact of their gifts. And so wanting to make sure that they know that it's because of them that we can do programs like Mom's Last Litter.
We'll talk about the importance. I mean, you kind of stated the obvious right there, that the people have to know what they're investing in.
Exactly.
And you guys have a proven track record over the years. And there's always trying to find new ways to do the spay and neuter programs and make sure that the animals, over 4,000 a year come through the doors. So,
absolutely, yes.
So state the obvious. Talk about the importance of the those that are giving of their financial wherewithal to to really invest back into this community.
Exactly.
Yeah, talk about
Yeah,
that.
so our census tends to run around 500 animals a week that are in our census. And so about I think as of today, 311 animals are at SPCA Florida. Then we have another 140 or so that are in foster homes, like these two are going to foster. And then we have other animals that are at Petco or PetSense, mostly cats waiting to be adopted. And we supply all of the cats to the Orlando Cat Cafe. And so all of that is part of our census of how many animals we're caring for. And that's not cheap. It costs money to not just feed and house and clean for all of these animals, but then all of the testing that we do as well. So any pet that is going to be adopted out from SPCA Florida has already been through things like deworming and their first shots and their, spay and neuter. And so, those are all services that we're providing as well. And so the way that when people support us financially, they're not supporting those of us that work in the offices or anything like that. We make sure that we pull as many of those dollars out of sponsorships or donations into going directly towards the animals.
And your veterinary care is second to none.
It's amazing.
In the state of Florida.
It's amazing.
I visited the facility, and it is absolutely gorgeous. From a philanthropy standpoint, talk to me a little bit about, let's recap 2025. What's happened with you guys?
Well, it's been a good year. We had a great turnout for the run. We had a really good response for the 7 days of giving when we were raising, food and supplies for all of the animals. We have it's a cyclical nature, philanthropy. One of the programs that really seems to be growing and is such a benefit to us is the legacy giving. And those are the people that take it upon themselves to say, what's going to happen to my resources when I pass on? And they take the steps necessary to make sure that some of their estate, or all of their estate in some cases, is going to be allocated to SPCA Florida when they're gone. And that's an incredible gift, because those are funds that we don't even know are coming.
Yeah.
And so we might get the mail one day and have a pretty substantial check from typically an attorney's office, and they're dispersing from somebody's estate, and that person felt enough about what we're doing and the importance of what we're doing to say, I'm going to plan to leave some money to SPCA Florida. So that's just an amazing way that more and more people are looking into legacy gifts as a way to give back beyond their own lifetime. And that's been a really good boost to what we're doing. And again, it all goes to the animals. So we're constantly upgrading. We're constantly looking at, do we need new flooring in this area? Do we need better crates in another area? Do we need, today there were some people installing a water fountain outside for the dogs so that they have access to clean drinking water. And, all of these things, unfortunately cost money.
Yep.
And so a lot of times we have to say to certain areas of our programming that, yes, we'd love to do that. Let's find the money first. And so that's where philanthropy comes in.
So we've heard what 25 brought to us. What's on the horizon for 26? I mean, it's about that season.
Yeah, it's about that season. Yes, we are almost finished putting the touches on our plans for 2026. Obviously, we're doing those 3 major fundraisers again. So you can look for us to be sponsoring a run in May, doing 7 days of giving sometime in July with the fire department, and then our auction for animals, which is our major fundraiser, happening again next November, so November of 26. And But then there are so many ways that people can get involved. We have over 400, I think it might be close to 500 volunteers on our roster. And we cannot do all of the work we do without the incredible people that are coming in and giving of their time. And that's money too. And so when people give us their time to come in, some people are in a dish room washing dishes all day, or they're in the laundry room. We've got a couple of really faithful employees that spend hours in the laundry room. And then we have volunteers that go out and do community events for us.
Yeah.
And that's so much fun. We do events at PetSense. We do events at different companies. Companies can contact us and say, hey, can we host a puppy cuddle? And we've got people on the other end that say, yes, we'd love to have you.
And we are one of those companies.
I know.
It's going to be raising money for United Way.
Yes, yeah. And, you know, who doesn't love cuddling a puppy? You know, I mean, look at this. So there are lots of ways. We never turn down a volunteer. You know, obviously there's an application process and making sure that we're putting volunteers in a place that's the right fit for them. Mm-hmm. But there's plenty of ways for people to get involved. There are also ways, you know, there are lots of 55 plus communities in and around this area. If they would like to have us come out to one of their weekly meetings or something in their clubhouse and bring a couple of puppies or bring some mm-hmm. kittens, we're more than happy to come out and talk to them about what we do. And a lot of times what the people who come to an event like that do is they all bring some dog food or cat food or cat litter, and it's a win-win for everybody. And so we're just looking for more and more ways that we can make sure that the community is connected to what we're doing and is a part of what we're doing, because we can't do it alone.
Yeah, as you say, you know, people bringing food to events and everything. I've decided that in my Jeep I keep Blue Buffalo duck treats in the event I ever run into a dog.
There you go. Yeah, I love it. Yes, a lot of delivery drivers do the same thing.
Yeah. You gotta make friends with them.
Yep.
You know, you talked about the volunteering aspect, but you know, you don't necessarily, you know, there's groups and individuals that, you know, whether it's $1, $10, $100, $1,000, mm-hmm. it's still raising money. Talk about the opportunities that people can go out and really, if they want to do a fundraiser, how they can do that for you.
You know, peer-to-peer fundraising is such a great way to raise awareness for an organization and to get your friends involved as well. And so if anybody wants to just say, hey, my birthday is coming up, and you know, you see it all the time on places on like Facebook and things like that, they can say, my birthday is coming up, and this year for my birthday, I'd love all of you to give a certain amount of money to SPCA Florida. And, you know, those kinds of, you know, kind of pop-up fundraising ideas are really, really impactful to what we are doing. So, you know, that is always an opportunity. Or it can be somebody saying, I live in, again, I'm going to go back to the 55 plus neighborhoods just because I know they're really mm-hmm. tight. Yep. But we always need newspaper. Mm-hmm. That newspaper gets put through a shredder, and then it's going to be in the bottom of the crate for these little guys. And so some people say, I'm going to be my neighborhood newspaper person. And they get the word out to their neighborhood and say, bring me your used newspapers, and I will make sure that they get to SPCA Florida on a weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever works best for them. And that is a huge way that they can help, because I can guarantee you, I've only been with the organization 4.5 months, and I've heard the "we need more newspaper" line more times than I can count. And so that's a really simple way that somebody can help us out. Food is a constant need, constant. So if somebody is at the grocery store and they say, you know what, today I'm gonna buy some cat food, and I don't have a cat, but I know where to take it, then we're opening our donation cottage next week. So it's an actual little shed that is called the donation cottage, and people can drive up, unload their stuff, put it on a shelf in the donation cottage, and it will be put to good use.
Well, I'm going to send you home with a piece of paper.
Okay.
You know what that's going to be? I'm going to send you home with a bill for fixing this dog's shaker.
Oh.
She's no longer shaking.
I don't know if we know how to fix the shaker.
Yeah.
We can fix other things, but
she has quit shaking. She's somewhat happy. And in the event that you're interested in adopting them, the easiest way to do that is get on the SPCA Florida website. Take a look at all the animals that they have. It'll be a while before these are up for adoption, but this is Cadabra, and that one is Abra. And so they go to the foster home next, and then what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
When they're deemed ready, then they will be up on our website and available for adoption. And I don't think they'll last very long at all.
I don't think so. Hopefully they'll go as a package.
Well,
Yeah,
you know, we try to make sure that we spread the love, and we do occasionally have bonded animals that get adopted out together. We tend to adopt out a pair of kittens way more often than we would adopt out 2 dogs together. So we'll see. Yeah.
Well, Melanie, I want to thank you for coming in and sharing the story and the experience and the puppies.
Yes, you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Come back and see me again soon, will you please?
I would love to. I would love to, yes. And we'll see what we can bring next time.
Founded in 1979, SPCA Florida is a 501c3 nonprofit organization headquartered in Lakeland, dedicated to improving the lives and pets of people in the community. SPCA Florida provides caring, compassion, and hope to more than 4,000 homeless animals entering their doors each year. SPCA Florida is celebrating over 40 years in the Polk County community with new goals, programs, and initiatives. You need more information on any of that, or want to fundraise, or can help them out in any way, here's what you do. Give them a call, 863-577-4608, or look them up on the web at spcaflorida.org. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. Are you fixed? Is that good? If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.